Young and the Restless early spoilers May 19th to 23rd. Adam's daddy issues may ruin everything. As we always do on early edition day, we start with what's happening the rest of this week. Y&R weekly spoilers. Genoa City conflicts erupt, May 14th to 16th. On Wednesday, May 14th, we've got Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, trying to tempt Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, promising juicy inside information on Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, but really she doesn't have that much to offer. And Victor calls her out for being sloppy. He thinks he already knows everything that she is trying to sell him, and he's being kind of insulting about Phyllis Summers not being on her game when she approached him. After this interaction with Victor, Phyllis is increasingly upset and she contacts Dumas' assistant. Remember, she stole the contact info from Billy's phone. And Phyllis asks that Dumas contact her immediately. She is desperate and in scheming mode. And then Victor cruises by to diss Billy and remind him he gave him that ultimatum about Dumas. But guess what? Billy's not interested. He will not be bullied. And Victor basically says Billy's going to screw up and waste Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman's investment and let his brother down. When Billy pushes back, Victor Newman walks away and then calls Adam to tell him, "Go ahead, run that media smear campaign against Billy." Young and the Restless spoilers. Adam pushes back. Also, Adam and Chelsea Lawson Newman, Melissa Claire Egan, run into Billy on Wednesday, and he says he knows about Victor's plan to trash him. And Chelsea tries to calm things down between Adam and Billy, but Adam's pushing back. He and Billy are bickering. And when Victor calls Adam to pull the trigger, of course, Adam knows that Chelsea won't like it, but he asks her for a little bit of leeway. Is he going to do what his dad wants and then try to get Chelsea to accept it, or is he going to try and play somewhere in the middle? We'll see. Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, is worried about Damian Kane, Jermaine Rivers, playing double agent for them. And Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, reassures his brother he's only trying to protect him. By the end of Damian and Nate's chat, the brothers shake hands and Nate says he is very excited that Damian is coming to work with them at Winters. Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver, is really glad that Amy Lewis, Valerie Pettiford, is coming home and that her treatment is going well. Nate presses Audra about Victor still not making the investment in her company. And Nate remains certain that Audra is hiding something from him about this deal with Victor. Plus, Amy shows up at the apartment. She is super happy to see Nate and Damian getting along. And Amy is especially thrilled that Damian is going to leave Dumas and work with Nate instead. Young and the Restless spoilers. Victor targets Kyle and Claire. On Thursday, May 15th, Jack and Diane Jenkins, Susan Walters, are quite worried about Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, and this ongoing attack from Victor. They worry he might repeat mistakes of his past. Victor targeting Kyle and Claire Grace Newman, Haley Aaron, may have Kyle playing revenge games and that won't end well. They still are very worried about their son after Victor Newman ripped him away from them before. Claire talks to Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, and Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinley. She's got this big scheme to get Victor's approval of her and Kyle, and her plan is to throw a party. That doesn't seem like a plan that's going to convince Victor of anything. Looks like it's going to be for Nikki's birthday. Meanwhile, Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, is challenging Audra on Young and the Restless. Young and the Restless spoilers. Billy needs revenge. Then on Friday, May 16th, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, is kind of dealing with a little bit of déjà vu. He's finding himself in a position he's been in before. And this may be about Phyllis and trying to stop her from making horrible choices, disastrous mistakes and blowing up her life and that of others around her. Billy's need for revenge worries Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope. With Adam and Newman Media attacking on Victor's orders, the question is, can Billy hold back from retaliation? History would tell us the answer to that is no. But maybe he'll be a better man for Sally. Major returns shake up Genoa City. Amanda Sinclair and Aristotle Dumas arrive. Y&R May 19th to 23rd. Amanda Sinclair, Miss Hale Morgan, is back in Genoa City. Michelle Morgan returns to Young and the Restless. Amanda is representing a mysterious client, and I suspect it is Aristotle Dumas. The week of May 19th through the 23rd, we have Amanda remaining in town. Her arrival really shakes up Genoa City. And of course, Devon Hamilton, Brighton James, and Abby Newman, Melissa Ordway, are going to remain anxious if they run into her because Amanda always has a glare for them after what they did to her. We are getting closer and closer to the arrival of Aristotle Dumas. He's not going to be too far behind Amanda Sinclair. And again, Pretty sure it's Billy Flynn. We're going to see major drama ahead when Duma hits town for people like Billy, Phyllis, Victor, Damian Kane, Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, and more. A lot of people are going to be on edge. Genoa City storylines. Phyllis's downward spiral and Mariah/Tessa's marriage woes. Phyllis continues to get worse. She is in a full-on spiral, especially after striking out with Victor Newman. After getting pushback from Daniel Romalotti, Michael Graziade, after Summer Newman, Allison Lanier, leaving town, Phyllis just doesn't have a lot to cling to, and she's trying to come up with a new plan. And when Phyllis Summers is desperate, she does very bad things. Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, is trying to help Phyllis who may not appreciate her, trying to pull some therapy moves on her. Mariah Copeland, Cameron Grimes, and Tessa Porter, Kate Fairbanks, marriage struggles intensify next week as Mariah remains racked with guilt over whatever she did to betray Tessa. And it looks increasingly like it was infidelity, but we will find out soon. And Daniel remains supportive and a rock for Tessa as her marriage gets more and more troubled. Plus, look for Danny Romalotti, Michael Damian, and Christine Williams, Laura Lee Bell, to head back to Genoa City in early June. Likely for Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott Newman had spent most of his life walking through the shadows of Genoa City, trying to outrun the same ghosts that always managed to catch him. Victor Newman's approval. No matter how many times he told himself he didn't care, every choice he made, every fresh start, every reckless blaze he lit was fueled by that familiar flame. Prove yourself to Victor, or burn everything down. And today, that flame was roaring. It started early that morning at Newman Enterprises. Adam walked into the executive floor expecting one thing: recognition. He'd pulled off a brilliant maneuver the week before, stealing a major deal out from under a competitor and saving the company millions. Victor had summoned the family for an important announcement, and Adam was sure this was finally his moment. Except it wasn't. Victor stepped to the head of the table, steely eyes sweeping the room. Victoria straightened like a soldier. Nick wore his usual mask of guarded neutrality. And Adam crossed his arms, bracing for praise he desperately wanted to hear. Victor cleared his throat. "Your sister," he announced, "has shown tremendous leadership. I'm promoting Victoria to oversee the entire tech expansion." Adam felt his stomach drop. The room erupted into handshakes and congratulations. Everyone except him. Victor hadn't even mentioned Adam's deal. He acted like it hadn't happened. Or worse, like it didn't matter. Adam's jaw tightened. Are we just ignoring the fact that I closed the Alcott deal? Or does it only count when Victoria sneezes in the right direction? Victoria rolled her eyes. "Oh please, Adam. Not everything is about you." But Victor's stare was the blow that landed hardest. "This isn't the time, son." Son. The word always sounded like a leash. Adam didn't say another word. He stormed out, the door slamming behind him hard enough to rattle the glass. A dangerous spiral begins. Chelsea found him hours later at Society. His tie loosened. His expression a storm cloud ready to erupt. "Rough morning?" she asked softly. Adam scoffed. "Victor handed Victoria another crown and tossed me crumbs. Same story, different day." Chelsea slid into the booth. "You know he does this to get a reaction." "And I fall for it every time," Adam muttered. Chelsea gave him a level look. "So don't." But that was the problem. Adam couldn't help himself. No matter how rational he tried to be, Victor Newman had the unique ability to dig into the deepest, oldest wound in him. Unworthiness. And when Adam felt unworthy, he didn't sit quietly. He acted. Chelsea saw the shift in his eyes. "What are you planning?" "Nothing," he lied. Chelsea sighed. "Adam, revenge is not the answer." "Oh, this isn't revenge," he said, leaning back with a cold smile. "It's a correction." And that was how everyone knew Adam was about to blow up his own life again. Victor pushes back. Later that day, Victor found Adam in the executive suite gathering files. The mustache closed the door quietly behind him. "I know that look," Victor said. "You're about to do something foolish." Adam didn't look up. "Depends on your definition. You need to stop competing with your sister." Adam slammed a drawer shut. "I'm not competing. I'm contributing. And you can't even acknowledge it." Victor's voice dropped to that low, dangerous rumble. "You still don't understand. I push you harder because I expect more." Adam froze. There it was, the twisted compliment disguised as criticism, the kind that always kept Adam hooked just long enough to self-destruct. "Expect more," Adam repeated. "Or is nothing I do ever enough?" Victor stared at him without blinking. "You decide that." Victor left the room, but the damage was already done. Adam's anger went from simmer to boil. A deal that could destroy him. Instead of going home, Adam met with a contact who'd been trying to reach him. An investor with information about a rival tech company planning a hostile move against Newman. It was risky. Illegal even. But it would impress Victor. Or so Adam thought.